Well, I'm not in a nice mood right now. I'm trying to do the best I can. I'm trying to behave myself. I started swearing like a sailor because I was trying to go live and I cannot go live. So F that, right up the A, up your backside, up your mama's backside. I'm tired. YouTube, you need to fix the damn go live option. I don't know what's going on with it. It's F'd right now. I'm not in the mood. So I bought a trade along with Sonic the Hedgehog number 4. This is, of course, it's the Legacy series. We got Sonic the Hedgehog 17 through 36. Now, what you'll notice in here, for those of you who were born in the 1990s, you say to yourself, oh my God, where's the color? I would ask myself the same question. Where is the color? Because it doesn't look like that there's any color to be had. In the 1970s and early 80s, when they collected Superman and Batman stories and Spider-Man, they used to do no color to save money and to have a practical way of printing out the paper. Because you couldn't do color without ruining the paper. Now, it's not that difficult, but back then it was difficult, so you'd make it in black and white. And not only black and white, but no grayscale at all. It's literally black and white. This is all it is. So we'll go over some of these stories really quick. I mean, I'll flip through some of these. Now, you start to notice that these characters look a little more serious. And they don't seem as funny as in the trade I showed you like 2 weeks ago. I didn't buy a Sonic trade last week because of Action Comics number 1000. I reviewed that. Go ahead and look at that if you like. So we have some classic, Sonic and the Freedom Fighters, Sally, Rotor, the Walrus, Antoine the Coyote, Bunny the Rabbit, and we have original Eggman. So we've got some of these classic stories. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm not sure if this is the other universe. I do think they go into the other universe at some point. This is Guerrilla Wars. This is about a gorilla robot. Let's see what else. We got Snively, of course. We got some of these things. It's hard. It's jarring to kind of look at this and say, well, there's no color. But I kind of grew up on black and white trades, and one of the first black and white comic strips I ever read was Garfield the cat and Peanuts. So I can kind of get used to it. But of course, Garfield had some black and white, has some grayscale in it. Sonic rescues Sally, Princess Sally, and we get some more of Princess Sally. What else? We get more Princess Sally. I do think, oh yes, this is the famous, infamous Robotnik introduction. This was the Night of 1,000 Sonics. And you have Evil Sonic, and then, no, you have Robotnik, who works with Anti-Sonic, and then Sonic gets all the other Sonics to help him out. Everybody remembers this. So this is the black and white version. You have a Bat Sonic, and you have some other stuff here. Here we have, this is the last. Now this issue, officially, this is the last funny comic strip, kind of Sunday Funnies kind of Sonic. Because after this one, it gets more serious. We don't get into endgame kind of stuff yet, but we do, like in the next trade, I might get I don't think there's an endgame trade, but there are some Game of Thrones type of nonsense going on in the Sonic comic books. So what else we got? The antimatter won't matter once you've been right about size. Huh. What else we got? Nicole. Oh, you remember this dumbass, right? That is a Pender's character. John St. John. I forgot his name. What the hell? Why doesn't she remember him? I can't remember some of these details. Some of these are Sally themed. Princess Sally on her own. It's John St. John, I think, or Jill St. John. I can't remember. Oh, Jeffrey St. John. Yeah, this is where these two characters meet for the first time. I never saw this backstory. But of course, we don't miss the guy. He's a bastard, and so was Ken Penders for creating him. And if you saw the latest art that Ken Penders did for Lara Sue and Julie Sue and all the Knuckles, and all the echidnas. He can't call it echidna. He can only call it ECHYDNA. And then he has Jeffrey St. John, you know, as a character, but looks like shit. Sorry, there's some foul language I'm saying here, but I'm ticked off that I couldn't do my live stream. It's really annoying. Oh well, it's whatever. Let's see what else we got here. We got some computer generated effects there. What else we got? Yes, these are classic stories that they start. You see this kind of art, and you know it's starting to get into the end game sort of kind of makeup. And they, oh yeah, here we go. You start to see Sally's mom, the Queen. You see Baby Sonic and Baby Sally. But if you remember issue 0, the two never met until at that moment when Uncle Chuck got turned into a robot. You got some weird stories. So overall, this is like I say, I'm just droning on for time here because I'm really looking at this for the first time in black and white. Some stories, you know, when you go on YouTube, you see like most of the comic books they print out, and then some of them they don't put them up on YouTube to show you. So I'm looking at some of these for the first time. And here we got, hold on, helicopter. Okay, so we got this one here. These are the evil counterparts. So we know what happened to Anti-Sonic. Actually, they're all dead, aren't they? Now this is issue number 25. Let me see. It goes on to 36. This is where things start to get really serious, and you got the sort of Sonic CD kind of thing going on. There was an official Sonic CD story near the end of the last issues of Archie, and then we have a sort of a tribute. There's Amy Rose with Rotor the Walrus. We got other characters. There was a pig. I think this is the pig character that was on the council. That didn't like Rotor at all. It's hard to see him, but yeah, that pig was a bastard. What else we got? We got all kinds of stuff. Isn't this amazing? No colors. You got Snively in black and white. You've got the polar bear in black and white because he's a white polar bear anyway. You got Sonic in black and white. It's all kind of newsprint, kind of paper. Like I said, when I read Garfield the Cat, Dilbert, Kathy, all those Sunday funnies, that's all that we had. We didn't have a whole bunch of things to look at that we do today. But back then, that's all we could do, was look at Sunday funnies. So I'm used to this. There's Tails in black and white. I think we have the Fiona story where it's the Fiona robot that Tails falls for. That's just so sad. And here is when Princess Sally gets turned to a robot, and there's like only one chance to save her, and can't be done again. Like to de-roboticize a robot to an animal. There's only one chance to do it, just for this story. And we got Dulcie the Dragon. Do you remember when Dulcie was married to a wife beater? Like her husband was a dragon that liked to hit his wife. Anybody remember this? If you don't, well, I spoiled it for you. Classic spoilers. And Dulcie was in the reboot before Archie ended. There we go. Here is Fiona. And there is Sonic. There's Eggman tricking Tails with a fake Fiona, or there's ever a real Fiona. There's Uncle Chuck. Poor Uncle Chuck. Yeah, this is sad. Like anything for his favorite nephew. The return of Uncle Chuck. Yeah, Uncle Chuck was a spy. Who keeps stealing my Chaos Emeralds? Well, it's your own damn fault if you wouldn't keep being mean to Sonic and his friends, right? And everybody remembers this robot monkey from the original cartoons. And Mean Bean Machine from the Sega Genesis. 10 minutes in, I hope I'm not boring everybody. Here's Jeffrey again. Jeffrey is trying to sexually use his sexual advances on Sally, and Sally's not having it. Well, not at the beginning, and then later on she kisses Jeffrey in front of Sonic just to make Sonic really mad. What is that about? We got Thunder Road, Blast from the Past. Oh yeah, the caveman. Okay, who we got? We got Mutsky. I think that's Mutsky right there. But we have that caveman story where they thaw out a caveman. Here's the story. And then they preserve him, and he becomes a character later on in the series. Oh, here we go. This is where Rotor finds his family, and then they are all zombies because because Dr. Robotnik's a greedy bastard. Robotnik. And what else? What else we got here? We got these armies. I mean, you could read this whole thing in a weekend if you wanted to. I'm trying to just go over the stories that it's hard to, because there's so many. But there's so many. It just feels like, I just want you to feel tired after reading this, like after 11 minutes and 22 seconds. Like I would be reading all this. The last story has to do with Knuckles and his relatives and the power of the Emerald. And we have these frontispiece. Yeah, we have some of these cover art. Here are these stupid comic strip inserts that you would see in the panels, off panels. And here's another one of these. Now, I'm just buying whatever's in my comic book store. I'm not buying every single Sonic issue. I'm just going to probably just stick to Sonic the Hedgehog. And definitely I'm staying 10 miles away from Knuckles and Ken Pender's crazy writing. And I'm just going to stick to whatever I can do here. So this is good. I like this. I will give this, I'll give it an 8.8 out of 10. I'll say this is very good. If you want to get caught up, if you don't mind that there's no color in any of this, if you don't mind the fact that you can just sit back and read like you're reading weekly funnies in your Los Angeles Times, if you don't mind all that, then this is the thing for you. And that's it. And I'm sorry it's not live like I wanted it to be. Let's see if YouTube will fix that. But in the meantime, take care, true believers. Or is that some other comic book?